Hello, every pony. Corpulent Brony here. How y'all doing? Back. Coming back at you with another episode of Pony Palaver. Again, this is a little show here. I'm going to try and quickly talk about the episode this week and let you know what I think about it and go ahead and get what you guys thought about it, okay? Because I'd love to hear your comments about the episode in the section down below. Okay, so Hooffields and McCoys. As you all know, hopefully you should all know, although I found out yesterday that there's some people who apparently don't know. The Hooffields and McColts is a playoff of the Hatfields and McCoys, which is an old Appalachian family. I'm not sure if it was really a story. I think this was real. They actually had a feud that went for generations. And nobody, at the end of it, nobody knew why. It started around the Civil War. It might have had something to do with the Civil War. I don't know. I should probably do more research into it because I don't really know. You know, that's what probably Twilight would want me to do, eh? Huh? I mean, talk about all the books she had on it. Her exuberance at the beginning of this episode was just really fun. You know, I love, you know, seeing all the ponies, you know, they get excited about their little things. You know, Fluttershy gets excited about her little book club with the furry animals, with all the furries. But to see Twilight excited about, you know, finally getting to go on a map adventure. She's been wanting to do this. Of course, Fluttershy is probably the pony who's been least looking forward to having to come out on her own, you know. Luckily, of course, she gets to go with Twilight. Everyone's happy. Yeah, so I loved seeing her exuberance, but it was offset only by Twilight's fear of failure. And again, this sort of feeds into the whole what I've been talking about the last couple of things with these Twilight episodes. Twilight is not the Mary Sue that a lot of people like to make her out to be. Unfortunate. She just simply isn't a Mary Sue. And as you see in this episode, she's worried about failing. I mean, that's her biggest fear, obviously. Her biggest fear is always going to be the fear of failure. And you saw that in like the episode with the Crystal Empire. The Crystal Kingdom Empire, whatever it's called, where she was afraid of failing the test with the failure song. And even in Magical Mystery Cure, when she blames herself for putting her friends in the situations they were in. But I guess most of that was before the princessing. But that fear still exists today, and I think this episode made that plain and clear for everyone. Let's see, Hooffields and McColts, so, you know, two warring families, just like Hatfields and McCoys. They're fighting against each other for who knows why. It was pretty obvious to me from the get-go that, oh, look at this, the Hooffields are good at growing things and the McCoys are good at building things. I saw that. When you look at the two mountains, you see that pretty obviously right off the bat. And I thought, I started thinking, this is going to play into it, isn't it? I didn't really think the animals would play into it, even though they did start showing the animals from the beginning, you know, with the little mice in the pumpkin. You know, cute little mice, yo. But I didn't think it would all be about the animals, which is a little strange at the end. I don't know if that was like on purpose or just to give Fluttershy a reason to be there so she could talk to the animals. I don't know. I don't know. I think that's kind of weird. It maybe it's just the strangeness and the difference between the worlds, our world and the fictional world of Equestria, where it does seem like the ponies are more like in charge of their environment. You know, they're supposed to help out the animals. They're supposed to control the weather. They're supposed to do this and that. Maybe that's why they are the way they are. I don't know. I can't really say. Yeah, this was another Lewis and Songco episode. I think that's like a writing team, maybe, or maybe not. Maybe I got them confused with someone else. I'd have to look it up online, but it's like two people, for some reason, they always write together. I don't know. Like they do other shows and they're always together. I wonder if that means one of them is the main writer, or maybe if they both read it. It'd be interesting to talk to them, to see why, you know, why they work together, you know, how they bounce off each other and how that relationship works. But that's going beyond the scope of this little chat right now. What else? I don't really know if I have much else to say about this episode. It was solid, you know. It was another Twilight episode, and you know, in my mind, a Twilight episode is always going to be better than a non-Twilight episode. It also had Fluttershy. I'm a bit of a fan of Fluttershy. I like her. She's a really good pony too. You know, we don't get to see a whole lot of her. And you did see in this episode too, which I've also been trying to combat is this idea that Fluttershy's character also doesn't develop. She's always shy. And as you see in this episode, she ended up having the guts to get up and fly above all of the ponies at the end and explain the story that they didn't know about how they came to be there that the animals told her. And she was able to do that by herself, basically. I mean, she put herself in front of an audience and sort of performed for them. And to still see people say, oh, she's always shy, blah, 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 blah. And she always introduced herself, too, if you notice that, without being prompted. In almost every instance, she, when Twilight's like, oh, hi, I'm Twilight Sparkle, Princess Friendship, Fluttershy's right there to be, hey, I'm Fluttershy. I mean, she was kind of being shy about it, but she introduced herself. She didn't just sit there quietly hiding. So, you know, as far as I can tell, that is some character development. That is cool, and that is great to see. Also, again, great to see more Twilight, and great to see her more in a normal fashion, where she's not actually off on the side as like the Princess of Friendship. You know, she was actually active in the episode, being herself. The same pony from seasons 1, 2, and 3 that we didn't get to see a whole lot in season 4. And I think that fed into this whole idea of Twilight Sparkle being like some sort of her ascension to princesshood, creating some sort of like she can't like she's unrelatable. She's not able to help. She's the answer to everything. She has the answer to everything. She solves all the problems. She's the Mary Sue, and that's just not the case. And this is the third episode this season, at least, to prove that. There have been other episodes too that have shown Twilight's problems. They might not have been in the forefront, but like in Princess Spike, I mean, she kind of ruined that by falling asleep and not being able to handle everything. She obviously wore herself dry. That's obviously a sign that to me tells me that there's some issues she needs to work on, and delegating things and getting things done. She's not able to do that. That's what that episode showed me. She's not perfect. There were other episodes too that showed that I don't know. I did a post about this like on 4chan. No, except I don't go there. But if I did go to 4chan, and if there was a thread that was some stupid ass, probably troll bait thread, saying Princess Twilight's the worst thing to happen to the show, and there was a reply down there listing a bunch of episodes, like Party Pooped, where she caused a war almost between the ponies and the yaks, single-handedly, that Pinky had to come and fix, okay? But, you know, a list of episodes like that I was like, yeah, Twilight's not the Mary Sue you guys claim she is, okay? And wherever the fuck you guys are coming off on this, I have no idea, because you all sound like a bunch of crazy bronies. Bronies! You're all a bunch of crazy bronies! Ah! Crazy bronies! Ah! Okay. Got that off my chest. I don't know. I don't have much else to say. I don't know. Ponies rock, you know? Well, you know, have fun. Have a good weekend. If I don't get this uploaded this weekend, which is likely because it seems like I don't get these uploaded until Monday or Tuesday because I'm busy on the weekend because I have a life. Unlike all you haters out there who think I don't have a life, just because I have a bunch of pony merch. I mean, do I look like someone who doesn't have a life? Obviously I have a life. What are you talking about? Right, Twilight? Yeah, obviously I'm not just some crazy guy on the internet. Yeah. Well, thanks for watching, every pony. Twilight saying we gotta go. She's saying I've tortured you all enough. Oh, a bunch of pony faggots.